between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First play, here's Cousins. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Yellow, yellow, yellow. Black, black.
On third down, Cousins finds his tight end Ingram. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
That's a very nice game there. Confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. First carry now for Pierre Strong. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. The Bears at 5-4 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Hines. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
In motion goes the tight end. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game in the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. 2nd and 2, first down marker at the 8. They run with Hines. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
This is Hines. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Hines is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
In motion, the tight end. They'll try to run with Hines. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Naeem Hines, his 8th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bears use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Cousins now to throw on first down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
Room here to run. Touchdown, Detroit.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point up and good by Folk, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their second straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along, and from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively, and this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Nick Bosa in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22 and a half set in 2001. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Hold it ready.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for Campbell downfield. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. DJ Moore is back deep waiting for it. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Fielded at the 20. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today. Right. So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
2nd down, Cousins. He completes it to Ridley. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
One. Hey, we're good, we're good.
To throw is Cousins. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Lions have taken the lead. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. From the 27, Smith. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Chris Jones busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Throwing now is Geno. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
On 4th down, Smith. And he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he is going to have the Bears first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Here's Hines. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 2nd and 8. 18 They'll bring a receiver in motion right. From the 38, Smith. And this one is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Now Smith. Steps away to his left. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Drop 60. 19 tight.
They snap it to Smith. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.
Easy.
Off the play fake, Cousins. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Cousins on 1st down. Right side complete. That's Woods. And in for the Lions touchdown. Robert Woods, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Folk connects on the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 and the 24. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Off of play action, here's Smith. Rolling to his left. Looking for Campbell downfield. It's caught inside the 25. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Murray.
And the Lions are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Following the interception, Cousins.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. 2nd and 10, Smith again. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Chris Jones able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Here we go on 4th. Smith. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, that means this next drive is going to start at the 3-yard line. So quite a turn of events. This is 1st and goal from the 3.
Swift is into the end zone. A touchdown, Lions. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
Extra point up and good by Folk, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. Forced out to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Ready?
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
19 right. 18 right here.
They're going to go for it. It's Smith. This taken in by Jakeem Grant.
And he is going to have the Bears first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. They'll run on 1st down. It's Hines. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now Geno. Being chased out left. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And that will be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
They are going for it. It's Smith. Out to his left. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Play fake. Cousins. He's going to look deep for more. And this is caught. A big play there for Detroit. 41 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Throwing is Cousins. Touchdown. Evan Ingram. A 2-yard touchdown grab as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Now Folk for the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27.
Makes the score Lions 34, Bears 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
On third down, here's Strong. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. They'll try and throw for it here. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. On play action, Cousins. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. To throw, Cousins. And Ingram holds it in. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Cousins. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Lions get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Folk connects on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Play action. It's Smith. This is intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Cousins.
He'll find Swift out of the backfield. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Evan Ingram from 19 yards away.
And the Lions add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
2nd down here, strong once more.
And for a second straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
And the Lions are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense will very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. But he wasn't really big on that. He was big on go ahead and scoring. He's got it reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. Cousins to throw it.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Here's Tressway now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A good return there, 17 yards, and the Bears take over.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
A third down now, and those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hines. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. To throw is Smith. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. On third down, Hines. And he is not going anywhere. He will not even get back to the line of scrimmage as the clock will stop at the 2-minute warning. Desperation time for Smith on fourth down. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he is going to have the Bears first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. No reason not to try it there. And they do indeed convert on fourth. So the fourth down conversion has him inside the 40 now. 1st and 10.
Hey, last run, back to 60, back to 60.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now Gino on first down. This to Hines on the drop-off. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
19 tight, 19 tight.
To throw again on second down. Smith binds, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Geno now to throw. Dancing to his left. That ball caught by Campbell. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 27-yard line. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. One last throw here for Smith. On the move to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half.
No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Right there, hurt.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. They'll send the tight end in motion. Geno's going to throw. And it's incomplete. Was an exercise in futility anyway. It doesn't affect the final outcome, and this one's over. Well, an interesting finish to this one. They get in the end zone at the end of the game. Then they went for 2. It wouldn't have mattered. The game was over, but they didn't get that 2-point conversion.
I think trying to get the 2